Hey up, my ducks. How are we doing? Hope everybody is well. Let's pop open the chat. Can everybody hear me? Let's have a do a sound check. Yes, that's good. So far, so good. Wow, it's a warm day. Let's do the hellos and introductions, and then we will crack on. So Marilyn was the first one in. Hello, Marilyn. Hope you're okay. We've got Karen, the English Witch, Saskia, Lily Rose, Golden. Hello, Artemis. Nice to see you. And Dawn. Hi, Dawn. David's here. Hello, David. The world does seem to have gone mad. I mean, the world's been mad for a few years, hasn't it? But just when you think it can't get any madder. Moomin Tarot, hello. We have Jennifer and Sarah. Thace, hi Thace. We have Anne, hello Anne. Linda, Will, nice to see you. 107 degrees where you are, wow. And I'm thinking it's all hot and muggy here. Who else we've got? We've got Tony. No way, I'm early. Elspeth, Deborah, nice to see you. Kathy's here. And Karen, Esco, Joe, Fireside, hello. This is my first Cuppa, new YouTube name. Oh, wow, well, welcome. And then we've got Michael and Steph, Forever Wear After, freshly brewed Tim Hortons original blend coffee. That sounds nice. And Chewy, nice to see you all. How is everybody doing? How's everybody's week been? Oh, mine's been eventful. It actually looks now like we're going to get a storm. You know, when, especially if you're in the UK, when it goes all, the humidity goes quite high, it gets very muggy, and you're like, oof. And then the sky looks really, really weird. So I'm thinking, yeah, a nice storm will clear the air. It's been 15 degrees to 18 degrees here, nice and cool. Got my thermal on. Wow. It's certainly not like that in Nottingham. I'm not quite sure whereabouts in the UK you are, Tony. I never really worked that out, unless you said and I just missed it. I hate this humidity, yeah. But doesn't it, don't you, what is it called? Not leprechaun. The word petricorn. The word where after it you get a heavy rain, and then after the rain stops, you get this aroma from the earth. It's something like, hello, MA. Hello, Rob. We had a storm here all morning and afternoon. Wow, it must be coming down. Must be going south. Petrichor, that's it. Leprechaun. I knew it was something that sounded like leprechaun. But yeah, I love that. That's one of the nicest kind of experience of nature, isn't it? When the ground has had a good soaking. Busy week, but I have the next 2 weeks off. Wow. So my week's been really eventful. Firstly, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Hello, Kathy. To everyone for your kind well wishes. So I didn't make Cuppa ketchup and cards last weekend. It was the weirdest day, to be honest, last Saturday. So I got up really early. I went to go for my usual walk with my friend and the dogs. I was halfway there and I got a call from a friend saying his car had broken down. and was in quite a precarious spot just off on a dual carriageway, just off a big island, and was a bit worried because couldn't take the dogs out of the car, but was likely to crash. And it's an electric car, and when they stop, you can't push them or anything. So I got there, took the dogs out of his car, put them into my car, drove them to his house, let them into the garden, went back for my friend. Anyway, I then just started feeling unwell. You know how you do, just like something's not right. I just don't feel like I've got any energy at all. Got back here for about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just thought I just need to sit down. So I sat, and then that was it. I just completely crashed. And it's happened twice before in probably the last 12 to 14 months. And I didn't want to put that I wasn't going live because I wanted to see how the day panned out or whether my energy levels got back up. And they didn't. And so I made the decision about 4 p.m, I think it was, just to not go live. Hello, Lainey. Nice to see you. Not go live at all, and just rest up for the rest of the day. Sunday morning, I woke up and I felt a lot better. I felt better. I even did a pre-recorded video from memory. Can't remember what it was. Oh, I did a deck pairing video. Went to the barbers, had a bit of a pamper session there. Yes, I do go to the barbers. I have the full works: head shave, beard shave, nostrils, eyebrows, ears, the whole sort of wax up the nostrils, flamethrowers in your ears, all that sort of stuff. And then in the afternoon, I just went back down again, and I was like, something's not right. Anyway, as the week went on, my energy levels just kept dropping. So I did something that I don't like doing, and that's I went to see a GP. So I went to see a GP on Thursday. I explained everything. We need a vlog of that, Simon. of what? And I'm suffering from exhaustion. And we're not quite sure why. So went through a lot of things. But anyway, the good thing is I'm having some blood tests this week, and they're going to check for things like anemia, thyroid. I'm technically classed as diabetic, but I've not been on medication for 9 years. So anyway, they're going to look into what might be causing it. But I've seen that done online. It looks painful. I'm not sure what. What looks painful. And what I will say is, I decided today I will come live, but I'm not sure how long I'll stay on live. It might be shorter than usual, and I think I put that in the description. Because one of the things with this is, as you know, I have ADD, and I get brain fog really, really bad. And I say wrong words, and I get muddled up. And I'll read comments, and I've got no idea, even though I've just said something like 10 seconds before. So you might, ears and nose waxing, thank you. No, it's not. It's not painful. No, but I'm weird anyway, because I like some pain. I love having tattoos. People go on about how painful that is. I actually really like the sensation of being tattooed. But the nostrils thing is just putting it up there and then leaving it a few minutes, and they just pull it out, and it's that initial tug and then nothing. And the flamethrower bit in your ears is that quick. It's like if you've got a candle flame, or do you remember at school you used to have the Bunsen burner, and you used to put your hand through the Bunsen burner? It doesn't hurt because it's this is what I mean. I've just gone blank again. Anyway, Yeah, so I don't know what I'm saying. Where was we? I just read a comment, and let me have a look at that. To be honest, Simon, ND people are more easily exhausted than neurotypical. Plus work full time and do all this. Maybe take it easy. Yeah. So today, I've had another relaxing day. I've watched so many brilliant things on TV. It's unreal. I'll tell you about some of them. But a friend messaged me this afternoon and said, I'm in town. Do you fancy a coffee? And I thought, yeah, that'd be nice. So went down into the city and had a coffee. Then I did a bit of shopping. And then I got to the lifts. And when I got to the lifts, this happened. Both of them out of order. And I live 19 stories. I'm the penthouse, the top floor. And I just thought, there is no way on Mother Earth that I'm going to even attempt to climb 19 stories. Each story has 2 staircases to it, which would have been, 38 flights of stairs. And so I just thought, you know what? I messaged Sandra and I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make Cuppa catch up with cars, because this was like 2 hours ago. Not even, about an hour and a half ago. And the thought of being stuck down there and not being able to get up. But anyway, I went and sat down in the shopping centre, watched the world go by for about half an hour or so, went back, checked, and luckily they were back on. So I don't know what happened, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just kind of taking it easy for now to find until we get to the bottom of what's caused it. And you're absolutely right. Whoever it was said about neurodiverse people very often get exhaustion or more easily exhausted than others. And this, even though she was saying that it's a physical exhaustion, because even lifting my arms up, I can feel the difference, and I've just got no energy at all. But there's also the mental exhaustion, because the fogginess, as I call it, and the cloudiness, and gets worse as the day goes on and as my energy levels drop. So it could just be linked to that rather than, anemia or issues with thyroid or with diabetes. So let me get to the bottom on this so I can put it up. Sweet Divine, there is no way I would have managed that. Sports Direct, new sleeping bag and find a corner would be my decision. Yeah, I didn't even have my car keys on me, because what I would have probably done is, if I'd put my car keys on me, I'd have probably drove to my sister's or something and said, I'm stopping here tonight. If you get some good answers from your blood test, sometimes it's simple as vitamins. Yeah, and I've had a vitamin D deficiency in the past, so I'm thinking it could be that as well. But because this has happened like 3 times now in just over a year, she said, we need to do some tests just to see how things are. Marilyn says, thank you for sharing this, Simon. Might explain what's going on with me right now, but I'm old. Yeah, and I'm getting older, but I don't. It comes on quite suddenly, and I also in the past would break up from work. So if things are really full on, and this time of the year, anybody who works in education will know that the final half term of the year is pretty full on. But I would very often in the past work full pelt, break up from work, and then become ill because I've relaxed and that sort of thing. This is kind of like the opposite this time, because I broke up from work. I had lovely 2 weeks off. If you recall, I went away with Sandra to the seaside, and then the second week was just pottering, playing with cards, making videos. And yeah, it was just, I went back to work and it was, back on full throttle. And then I got to the last weekend, and that's when the crash happened. Have you considered a tonic from the health food shop? Also, making rosemary tincture would help with the brain fog. I suffer from fatigue, and it can be debilitating. No, I might take a look at that. Any advice is much appreciated. But anyway, yeah. So last Saturday, just a few. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just in this country, because I know they show them shows like this overseas, but I've watched some brilliant. So last Saturday, because I was literally on the sofa, unable to move. Don't worry, Sandra, you don't have to apologise. I watched a BBC, and I know there's BBC America, isn't there? A BBC program called What It Feels Like for a Girl. It's 8 parts, and I don't think I've ever sat and binged a whole season in one go, but it was absolutely brilliant. So it's the true story, the life story of Paris Lees. Paris Lees was the first trans woman to appear in Vogue. And she's from Nottingham, and we have mutual friends. So I've been aware of Paris Lees for quite a few years, probably about 20 years. But her life story is incredible, and has been on lots of TV programs, TV personality now, also a column writer for Vogue. I watched that too. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It's a hard watch in some parts because it's very real. It's very raw. Hello, Tammy Pie. But it had me gripped, and every time it finished, I just let the next episode play, and I only got off the sofa to keep hydrated and things. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. So it's called What It Feels Like for a Girl. It's being shown every week at the moment in the UK on terrestrial TV. But you can go to BBC iPlayer if you're in the UK and watch the whole series, or I'm sure it'll be on BBC America. Simon, for me, school's out, summer in 6 weeks' time. Yeah, see, we don't get, as managers, we don't get the whole 6 weeks holiday. We get a holiday entitlement that we can take. I'm taking 2 weeks in August. But again, the first couple of weeks of the summer holidays, full on for me, because I have all my end of year reports to do, outcomes data and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, strategies, you name it, all the fun stuff. So yeah, What It Feels Like for a Girl. I also have watched Clarkson's Farm. I never thought I would. Every time someone's mentioned Clarkson's Farm, I've been like, no, that's not for me. Not for me at all. And again, I was watching something on Amazon Prime, and it ended, and it just started playing. And then I just found myself just being drawn into it. I don't watch TV usually, David. This is very out of character. But I've loved it. And there's 4 seasons, 8 episodes a season, and I finished it this morning. And it's been absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and it's the location is where Becca lives, the exact town. So I saw a bit of that yesterday too, Simon. It's so good. Not Jeremy. Do you know, I had exactly the same thing. My sister mentioned it, and I was like, no, I can't bear it. I've never watched Top Gear. I've never watched Grand Tour. Never watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And I was just like, he's just bought a farm, It's just binge-worthy TV. Loved it. It's usually rubbish. Sometimes I just need to lie on the sofa and binge watch. Yeah, exactly. That's how I've been. Happy Pride Month, by the way, as well. Dug out my Pride cup from, I think this was 2 years ago. So yeah. And I've got some cold brew coffee. I've started making my own cold brew coffee now. Oh, is that I saw that about 10 years ago, I think it was. Scylla Sheridan Smith can do no wrong. Love Sheridan Smith. And how she played Scylla was really good. I love the scene where she's in the red phone box and she finds out she's number one. Really good. Happy Pride Month. What else? There was something else that I've watched recently that I really enjoyed. There was What It Feels Like for a Girl. I mean, I'm loving The Handmaid's Tale, but we're only getting one episode a week. So if you're in the US, I know it's finished for you. It's not for us, and we can't binge it anywhere. Amazon Prime drop it today. So I haven't seen episode 7 yet of the final season. And then it goes on terrestrial TV on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock, which is ridiculous. But I usually watch it every Sunday morning. Love it. And I can't wait for, what is it? The sequel, Testaments. I love Sheridan Smith too. Yeah, so that, what's that? The same, we are binge watching Clarkson's Farm, loving. Didn't think I would. And isn't it great when you really don't think you're going to like something and then it completely surprises you? It's just, yeah, I think for me to watch 24 episodes in 5 days, I forgot that's on Prime tonight. Yeah. I love Aunt Lydia. She's had her moments, hasn't she, where you don't love her so much. I love the fact that Margaret Atwood, because the first season of The Handmaid's Tale is the book, and then obviously they wanted to make more, got her permission, and she just said, yes, it's fine, and you can do whatever you want with the characters, but do not kill off Aunt Lydia. And that's because, obviously, of Testaments. Love the T-shirt, Simon. Worship the old gods. Yeah, and it's got Pan. This was a lovely gift from Kim when we met up in New York, which is exactly 6 months ago. I flew on Friday the 13th of December. Yesterday was Friday the 13th of June. And I'm thinking this time 6 months ago was the day I walked over the Brooklyn Bridge, went to Ground Zero, went to Dumbo, and what else do we do on that Saturday? Caught the Staten Island ferry and saw Statue of Liberty 6 months ago today. Time goes so fast. Anyway, so that's that. What else have I got? So, yes, sorry about my absence. I've done no videos all week, even though there's things to show you. I'm trying to think of some things. So, a little gift from Sandra. Look at this. She got me a Palm Pal, and it's a little Boo Palm Pal. Do we keep these labels on? They kind of get in the way, don't they? I know, I mean, they say, well, if you take the labels off, it devalues them because they're collectibles, but I'm never going to sell it because it's a gift. And they still have the Palm Pal label there. But I love this because they obviously they want you to collect the range, because on the inside it says Boo Ghost. Boo is a single ghost who's waiting for their next ghoul friend. But isn't that adorable? Little Boo Ghost. Yes, take it off, Simon. Right, well, I don't want to... let me get the scissors because I don't want to pull it and snag anything. Let's do it on top. away from the fur. There we go. Taking it off. Oh. So Sandra knows me well. She sent me a message last Sunday, was it, Sandra? And he said, "Oh, there's something in the Amazon locker for you." And it's just to make you smile. And it did. Move it. That's adorable. I read The Handmaid's Tale in uni many years ago as a comparative text to John Fowles' The Collector and Shakespeare's The Tempest. Loved all three. Wow. Well, I remember me and my partner got a house 1991 or 92, I think. And do you remember the Sky satellite dishes that you had on your house? We got Sky TV, and I remember thinking, oh God, Sky TV. And the first thing we watched was the film The Handmaid's Tale with Natasha Richardson. He looks so soft. He is soft, and it's got like little beans. So it kind of weights him a bit. That's why they're called palm pals, because they sit in your palm. But yeah. Hi Simon and all in the chat. Hello Beth, nice to see you. That is adorbs. Have I missed any other comments? I don't want to miss people's comments. And then this has taken weeks to come, and I will do a video tomorrow of this. I haven't even taken it properly, but I've managed finally to get the lovely tarot, and it's sealed. It's a never been opened copy. This came out on Kickstarter a few years ago, and then it was indie, and now I believe it's out of print. But I've always wanted it and never was able to get it. And I put one of those kind of notify me on eBay when decks get listed, and it got listed, and I placed a bid. No, I put watch it. You know, we can watch an item. And I got a notification that it was about to run out, and I sat there and there was no other bids. And with 20 seconds to go, I put a bid and a maximum bid, and I got it. Don't you just love it when you win on eBay? You get that real sort of, because you see it disappear and you think, have I won? Have I won? Have I won? And then you get the congratulations. And I was like, yes. So I haven't seen the images for a few years, but what I remember about this was just how beautiful the cards were. And I love anything that's to do with Eastern philosophies or anything around the Hindu pantheon of gods and goddesses. I just love it. So, and I have got Sacred India Tarot. I managed to find that hidden in Watkins' books on the bottom shelf with other decks in front of it. It was right at the back. It had just gone out of print. So I managed to get that. It's a proper adrenaline on eBay. It really is, Dawn. It's too addictive, the eBay game. It's really frustrating as well when you leave it to the last few seconds and you put in, and then it ends and it says, you were outbid. I was like, I should have made my top bid even higher. But I was looking at the Chinese tarot today. Oh, I've not seen that. I think any moment now as well, the deck I'm backed on Kickstarter is about to cross the line. Well, it's crossed the line. It's achieved its funding, but as in, you know, the money's about to go. The campaign is about to end. Let's have a look. Why am I in Libib? I don't want to be in Libib. I want to be on Kickstarter. Okay, so 1 hour to go. and that's the Matronua Tarot. Has anybody backed it? Because if you haven't, there's an hour left. 1 hour to go. I would imagine, though, that it's actually 29 minutes because I think it's 8 p.m. that it ends. But it looks beautiful. It's by Valentina De Luca. I'm waiting for Kickstarter 2, the Earthbound Tarot. Yeah, but if you haven't seen... I was going to try and... Oh, she goes so fast through it. And if I turn it that way, you get that thing at the bottom, which... So I never know how to look at these properly, but they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous images. Anyway, yeah, there's like 29 minutes left on that. Yes, me. It looks fabulous. Don't miss it. I wanted to back it, but doing doubles the price. What does that mean, Will? Doubles the price. People are saying hello to Cheryl. Is Cheryl here? Yeah, Cheryl's here. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to see you. I've just made a purchase from your site, from your shop. Looks like Pagan Otherworlds. It's funny, David, you say that, because there's one card in particular, and I think it might be the Devil card, and I thought, that gives me Pagan Otherworld vibes. So I really see where you're coming from that. Ends 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. So 4 p.m. Eastern is 9 p.m. here, but it says 1 hour to go. I have only backed the Greenwood on Kickstarter. Yeah, I've got Greenwood backed. But the, what was it? It was called Matronia or something like that. It's shipping next month. They ship in July. So I'm wondering if actually the Kickstarter campaign isn't to get the deck printed. I think they might already have the decks printed. They're just, collecting the orders for it. I went to back it, but the estimated shipping is $80. My money, and I don't think I can justify that. Oh, I didn't realise that. Why doesn't it tell you that? Because all it says here is I've backed it and made a pledge for $50. Where is it? Manage. Yeah, so it just says $50 that I've backed. Oh, above. Estimated shipping, £13. Oh, are you in? Because they're in Europe. Right, so I see. Because I don't think there's even shipping on Greenwood, is there, in the UK? Because they've only taken out the money for the deck. I'm clicking on it, but it just says estimated shipping £13. Could be US tariffs. Now, the creator, I think, is in Italy, or certainly in Europe, but not in the UK. Very expensive to US. Yeah, and sadly, that's how it is for us. When we back US decks, the shipping is really, really quite steep, and we've always had to have that, expensive shipping plus customs and everything else. Creator is in Italy. Yeah, but it is beautiful, really beautiful. Something else, and I'll show these now because I also had the the final versions of the new look Three Trees Tarot decks, well, and Oracle decks. And Stephanie said to me, you don't need to show them, because she'd sent me the protocols of all three and I did a video. But I thought, well, yeah, okay, if I'm doing a video that's going to be the same as the one I did previously, I get where she's coming from. But I thought, well, we could have a look at them on Cuppa and catch up. We should just all move to the EU or UK. So we get this little note that says, included are envelopes, which are these three, containing paperwork for the Oak, Ash and Thorn deck, one Smoke, Ash and Embers, and one Thistledown. Each envelope has a sticker that matches the sticker on the corresponding deck, so you can easily pair them together. And Stephanie, if you ever watch this, I think you did that because of my complete car crash of the walkthrough when you sent me the prototypes, because I got all confused as to which was which. So when I read that, I thought, yeah, that's the idiot guide that I needed back when you sent me them. So let's have a look. So they're wrapped in lovely brown paper. Oh, I mean, they're gorgeous, aren't they? So the new look decks have this nice embossed here look and around the sides. And then you get this little cutout in the box and you can see through. And then it's a 2-part box. And this says Smoke, Ash and Ember. So we'll look at that one second, because that was the second deck to be released. So beautiful. I love Three Trees Tarot. Look at that. And again, the little cutout. And then the stickers that match. I still can't get them to match. That one has a little hair, doesn't it? And the stickers I've got here is a squirrel, the dragon. So this is where I get in a pickle with things. But anyway, we know what's what. I've never heard of Three Trees Tarot. Oh, Three Trees Tarot. I still don't have these decks. They are so beautiful, but I'm not sure I would use them. The quality of these decks. So you get the base there, and then you've got that card that sits in the bottom. So you can see the image underneath. I think that's quite a clever idea. The cardstock is exceptional. It's got a paper band on it. They're all made with eco-friendly products as well. And I'll just show you a few. So these are the new backs. Really like that. And they have a card at the front to protect. And then you get your little thank you card. And then about 3 trees. And these, I mean, if you've never seen or heard, who was it said I've never heard of them? The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. The cardstock is divine as well. Just really luxurious. And I've met the creator, Stephanie. She came to Glastonbury when we had a tarot meetup a few years ago with her husband, and really lovely people. I mean, look. Adam Olias is the artist that Stephanie works with. I mean, look how adorable that is. And they're working on a new deck at the moment, which is about a spider. So the universe in which 3 trees exists is all within these beautiful woodlands. And there's an oracle called Thistledown, which I'll show you as well, which takes place in this abandoned cottage, and all the creatures and nature's claimed this cottage, and it's gorgeous. But there's also dragons within this world as well. Look at the Tower card. So gorgeous. There's the Judgment card. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, and the world. So, and then within the suits of Okash and Thorn, you get an animal, and for this one, it's the squirrels that are in the suit of Cups. As you can see here, red squirrels, grey squirrels. Reminds me of the art style of the Woodland Warden's Oracle. So that's what you get for the Cups. I mean, look how beautiful that Queen of Cups is. Oh, it's the Heartwood, Simon, with the cottage. So, and is the Heartwood in the new style already? And then Pentacles is my favourite because it's the hares. Look at the... Just stunning. I love anything with hares. Look at the Five of Pentacles in the rain. I'm so bonded to my original decks. I can't imagine trading up. I mean, the artwork hasn't changed, so I don't really see why I'd need to, really. But we get crows as well for the swords. The air suit, we get crows, which is really... I know lots of people love crow energy. Hello, Sonique. I'm in Paris. Wow. There's our queen. And then we have foxes for wands. This is one of my favourite images. I love that. One thing I did do on Monday, which I found really quite relaxing, here comes the rain, was I went for a walk at lunchtime through some woods, and it was so invigorating. It was wonderful. Such a beautiful wood as well. And then we came out at this field and it was full of poppies. It was so gorgeous. And then at the end, they always do these little cards with interpretations on. One for the majors and then a flip side for the... those woods looked amazing. Yeah, I sent you a little video, didn't I? Rain by the Court. Oh, Tammy Pie's going to pair Okash and Thorn with my new Crow redo by MJ Colomaine. Excellent. So that one is Okash and Thorn, which was their first deck. Was that part of that? I'm not sure. Not sure. So I'm not quite sure what these little envelopes are because I'm not. Where's the? Let's have a look. I'll have a look at this one as to what you get. There's all little Three Trees Tarot. It's all little extra bits like art cards, stickers, Then there's another little envelope. Certificate. Oh, this is for Thistledown. That's Thistledown. So you get these little certificates of authenticity as well. So that's Thistledown. Let's keep that there. That's the dragon deck. So it must be this one. No, that's got dragons on. I get so confused. Oak, Ash and Thorn. Okay, but I got confused because it's got a dragon in there. But this is for Oak, Ash and Thorn because it's got the certificate of authenticity. It doesn't take a lot to confuse me. But what I might do is I might put the certificates out separately from all the stickers. Stickers are cool and art cards because I'll put them in my journal and things. But I'm going to place inside the actual tarot decks the certificate of authenticity. Keep it with the deck. All right, so then they brought out Smoke, Ash and Embers, which again is back in the Thistledown Woods. And this one was dragon themed. I'm doing that thing, Sandra, I'm chucking me rubbish on the floor. And then these are the backs. So they're more in keeping with the backs of the last deck as well. And again, thank you cards. I won't show them all because, as I said, I've got a walkthrough of all of these decks, every deck that Three Trees Tarot have produced. But if you're into dragons, then you will love this. Now, I'm not a dragon lover, but I am a lover of Three Trees Tarot, and I'm more than happy to have this in my collection. And there's so many baby dragons as well. There's the death card. I'm doing good. Hello, Chris. How are you? Saying how are you? The comment I've read is I'm doing good, Sandra. Oh, look at the moon as well. So beautiful. And the sun. And the cups are all centered around water, and these gorgeous little baby dragons. Five of Pentacles. I always like to show how they depict Five of Pentacles. Swords. Look at this one. So that's Smoke, Ash and Embers. I'm loving this box design. And now I need to put the right certificate of authenticity in there. And I like the two-part boxes. I mean, as far as tuck boxes go, and none of us seem to, well, not many of us seem to like, just looking at the rain, I love it. Tuck boxes. But as far as tuck boxes go, Three Trees Tarot did incredible tuck boxes. They were really sturdy. They bent down a lot on the back. You could easily get the deck out. But they have gone, obviously, with two-part boxes for their upgraded decks. So as you can see, we have the certificate of authenticity there, which I'm going to pop inside that deck. I want rain. I'm only 30 miles north of you. 30 miles north. So you're around Sheffield, Chesterfield, Sheffield. trying to work out where 30 miles north would be. And when I go to Sheffield on Mondays, it's 35 miles. So you might even be Chesterfield. Are you Chesterfield? Or are you Derbyshire way? And Usi. What's that? Tammy Pie and Usi. Yeah. And then the last little deck to show you is Thistledown. This is an Oracle deck. Thistledown has a talk. Oh, yes, it does. That's interesting that the tarot have got the 2-part then, but they're stuck with. I'm really loving this embossing on the box because it gives it a really, I don't know, really nice, tactile, good quality deck. And even on the back, all the font is embossed into the cardboard. Created by Stephanie Burrows, illustrated by Adam Oliers. Carbon neutral, solar power, vegetable based inks, responsible print, copyright 2025, Three Trees Tarot, made in the United Kingdom. Oh, I love that little squirrel, that little snail on the top. You know, when I said at the beginning, just go with it tonight, because I will say the wrong words. This is how it manifests. See what I mean about how good quality they are? They're really sturdy. And they come right down on one side so that you can easily just take out the deck. Really, really nice. Yeah, Tommy Pie saying good tuck box. So this Oracle deck is to accompany either Okash and Thorn or Smokash and Embers, because it will have all of the creatures. So you get dragons and the creatures like the hedgehog. Look at that. That's balance. It's just so gorgeous. The horse. I had the Mickey took out of me because when I first got this deck, I said about how this image reminded me of a little ladybird book I had when I was young, called Ned the Lonely Donkey. And I was like, it's not a donkey. Still, it reminded me of that image. Sad Ned the Lonely Donkey. It was such a sad little tale. Beautiful owl. Fox. Here's a little sneak peek at the spider. I mean, look. And I've forgotten what the spider deck's going to be called. Sandra, can you remember what the spider deck's going to be called? Another dragon. Oh, little deer. It's just so gorgeous. The winding, that's it, thank you. So that's the image there that we match with this envelope for all the little extras. Look. It's just so beautiful. I can't wait. Everybody's telling me the winding now. Isn't it lovely? I haven't used this Oracle for a while. I might leave it out. At the minute, I'm still using the the Archeo. I pulled that last Sunday for a week ahead card, and then each day I've been pulling from the Kim Kranz archetype deck for me oracle card readings. But this week I might look at that for release. I might work with this one again. And this is why we should pull our decks off our shelves every so often, because we have these love affairs, don't we, when they come in, and then another deck will come in, and quite rightly we want to work with that deck, so then they go back on the shelf. But then as more decks come in, it's only when we pick it up again and we think, oh yeah, I love this, I need to work with this one more. So that's what I love about when Chris and I was doing Throwback Thursday. You get that appreciation all over again of a particular deck that, you know, might have, and we set a rule that it had to be older than 3 years for it to be a throwback, but also because you get to work with an older deck again. So really lovely. The 3 new finished products. So as I said, I showed you the prototypes. They were just wrapped in paper. I say just wrapped. They were wrapped beautifully. But don't they look nice as a set? Even on the sides, look. They're just so lovely. I think they've done an amazing job. So Stephanie, if you watch this, thank you for sending me the finished products. Really appreciate it. And if you want to hear my views on them, then do check out the video where I go through each one that was sent a few months back. Well, your package is what? Depends on the weather. Has anyone else been to the French Playing Card Museum? Is that where you are at the moment, Sinique? Or are you thinking of going there whilst you're in Paris? Sylvia's musings, I know, prefer the borderless. Someone's laughing at tarot with Jay. Bring back Throwback Thursday, win the lottery, retire, and make videos and vlogs. I need to check my lottery ticket. I picked one up last night only because it was 208 million, and I thought, why not? With 208 million, there's a lot I could do. So you got to be in it to win it. So I bought one. I mean, one. It's not going to break the bank. I remember there's one in Belgium. Oh, you went the other day. Okay. Those are really beautiful cards. Love them all. Scotch time. Enjoy your scotch. I've got my iced tea. Iced coffee. Oh, my cold brew, I should say. Okay, so I've been on an hour. I think before I flag anymore, I'll wrap it up there. But again, thank you for all of your well wishes. And we'll get to the bottom of it. Once I have my tests this week, we'll see where we are and what's what. But yeah. Oh, I need to pull a card. And tomorrow, I will open this up. My eBay win, that this deck I've wanted for so long. Okay, so let's pull a tile. Let's have a good card for the week. Something really positive to get us focused. What can we focus on for this week ahead? Oh, I'll take that. We have the 8 of Wands. So this week, things are going to happen at speed. So be ready for that. Get your priorities right. Reassess what it is that you're focusing on this week. Make sure you communicate your decisions with those around you, but then go for it. So if there's something that's been on the boil, something that you've been wanting to get started with, something that you perhaps feel really enthused and passionate about, this week things will start to move, and they'll start to move fast. So there will be nothing in your way to stop you, as long as you've thought about the situation, you've reassessed, you've communicated your desires, your decisions, and you are prioritizing what it is that you're focusing on. So it's a great week. Good luck for the week ahead. Be ready to go. But make sure you're focusing on the right things. Your Eurostar is very fast. If you're on Eurostar, that's very swift. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. And I will be back tomorrow to do the lovely Tarot. Thank you for your support. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.